why they invented auto steer? Alright kids, don't try this at home. Morning everyone. So I got a new camera, just testing it out this morning. Hoping it works. It's a little bit more compact, easy to just throw in my pocket. I was using a GoPro with a big shotgun mic on top, and now I'm just using G7X that I can hold handheld. So we'll see if I like it. Hopefully I do. I'm just getting out here to the tractor this morning. We're gonna start working some ground. Got the tractor running. I need to just kind of look over disc gripper, make sure nothing looks loose, nothing's gonna fall off or anything. Tires are aired up, it's ready to go. Looks good to me. I just remembered I was gonna raise this thing up a little bit. We're in a little bit lighter ground now, and I don't want to work it as deep. One too many. 7 turns is 1 inch of height adjustment on this thing, single point depth control, so that's pretty nice. It's been kind of nice working ground this year. Last year we didn't get done till December, so a lot of the ground was frozen when we worked it, and it was still pretty wet. This farm in particular, I went out 3 or 4 times and tried it, and it just wasn't fit. Finally got to it after it got froze. This ground works up so much better when it's dry, and I really think that's what we've needed on some of these farms. We've rutted them up in the past couple of years, and we really haven't had good weather to actually get them worked up and get those ruts worked out. So this dry weather, I'm not a real big fan of deep tillage, but if you're gonna do it, it needs to be dry. It should help out this farm and a few other farms. That farm right over there has some serious drainage issues, and I've already got it worked, and it'll do it a lot of good. So that being said, we don't really have that much more ground to work, maybe about 200 acres. Chance of rain tomorrow, I don't know how much we'll get done, so we're just gonna keep working. Well, this tractor needs some fuel, and I've got something to do real quick. My wife and I bought a rental property over the summer, and having some trouble with the plumbing there, so I got a plumber coming out. Gotta go meet him. I think I got time to fill this up with fuel first. So yeah, I gotta go meet him, take care of that, and then get back to working ground. We've also got some seed beans to haul out. They called and want our seed beans already, so they dropped the conveyor off at the bin site, and we've got to get them loaded up this afternoon. Got to get the conveyor set up and all that, so got a pretty busy day going. So I sprayed some fall burn down last week. Didn't get it on camera, but this thing blew another hydraulic hose. It's under here somewhere, and it goes all the way up to the front of the machine. So we've got a hose ordered, I think Dad ordered a hose, but there's a lot of hydraulic hoses underneath this thing. Well, I'm back from the plumbing project, got that taken care of. I did a little bit more chiseling over there, and that is the field where the corn was down really bad, so we're just gonna have to disc those corn stalks. It's not burying enough trash, so we're gonna disc it first, then run the ripper over it. A lot of tillage. I don't like a lot of tillage, but what do you do? Corn on corn, you gotta get rid of the trash. Took my place in the disc gripper. I got the disc out here in the field. So far, like what I see, it's doing a lot better job if we disc it first. Like I said, this was the field that had the down corn really bad, so there's some really long stalks that are all tangled up, and that disc gripper just doesn't throw enough dirt to actually bury them and cover them up. So going through with the disc, chopping them up a little bit first, give that thing a little bit of a head start, and it'll definitely do a better job after that. So I'm trying to get away from tillage, but as you can see, it's not working very well. You want to know the real reason why they invented auto steer? So farmers don't have to stop to eat lunch. So this is a spot where the corn was down really bad. You can see the stalk is pretty much still attached to the ground, and just about the whole thing is left. So this is a spot where I couldn't really get underneath the corn, and it just kind of pushed it over and stripped the ear off of it most of the ears. See, here's one that I missed. That disc ripper that we got, that cross dominator, it's not really meant for burying trash. It's meant to get down deep and bust up compaction, and the discs on the back are meant to level it back off, to leave it smooth. In normal trash, normal residue circumstances, it does a good job burying enough, but when you got it this thick, it just doesn't bury it enough. And then the next year, when we come in with the field cultivator, it doesn't bury enough trash, and we just fight it all year long. We do have row cleaners on the planter, so that obviously helps, but I think we're doing ourselves a favor by disking it first, getting it chopped up. This disc doesn't really do that great of a job. It doesn't have a harrow on the back, so it leaves it pretty rough. Probably not that fun for Grandpa to ride in that tractor. It's probably pretty rough. It's doing a decent job. I looked at what he did going over what I disked, and I definitely like that a lot better. So this actually would have been a really good field to turn some cows out on, because ears of corn everywhere. Well, I got that field done. Time to go load some beans. While I'm out here, this is for my buddy Joe from the UK. I just got your email. You mentioned in there that you wanted to see our wheat. This is the first field of wheat that we planted. I forget the dates that we planted them, but it's looking really good. We got some really good growth. It's been really warm the past couple weeks, in the 60s and 70s Fahrenheit. So been really good weather to get some late season growth before winter. I'll get down here so you can see what's going on. But yeah, overall wheat is looking really good this year. Like I said, this is the first field we planted. I could go over here. This is the last field we planted. I'll show you that one. This is the hay field that we plowed up. So it took us a little while to get the ground worked up and all that and get it planted. So this wheat's a little bit behind. I still think it'll be all right. We got some pretty good growth on it so far, and still got a pretty good couple of weeks of weather coming, so it should get some nice growth before winter. And overall, wheat's looking really good. I'm headed over to the bin site. We got this auger going with us. We're going to use this when we pick Mike's corn, so we figure we might as well take it while we're going. But the seed company actually brought a conveyor to use that will be a little bit more gentle on the soybeans. That way we don't split them. So we got to get that set up and get those trucks loaded, because they're going to want those beans tomorrow. So here's the conveyor. I'm thinking the easiest way to do this is to just grab it with the tractor and turn it sideways, and then slide it right into that bin. It's kind of got some skis on it underneath here, right there. So we should be able to slide it pretty easy. Setting this conveyor up did not go very smooth. we rammed the conveyor into the pulley right here. So it got all bent up. We straightened it out enough. I think we'll be able to run, but oh well. Stuff happens. Fire in the hole. I got it unplugged over there.
Shut the truck off.
So I think we had a loose connection in that plug. I thought something smelled hot the first time I plugged it in. I should have trusted my instincts, but we had a little bit of a flame there for a second. No more smoke. Well, my truck's just about loaded. I am going to roll this video into tomorrow. In fact, my truck is loaded. So, I'm just gonna shut this conveyor off real quick. That valve is just a bypass. It bypasses the oil. That way it doesn't turn the motor. So, we got my truck loaded. Dad's on his way with the other one. We're just gonna load these up tonight and haul them in tomorrow. So I'm gonna roll this video into tomorrow. All right, we're back this morning. I'm just heading off with my first load. Dad took off before me. It takes quite a while to dump there. It takes about 30-40 minutes to dump, so I gave him a little bit of a head start. That way I'm not sitting there waiting, but should be able to knock this out pretty easy. It's only 7:45 this morning, and there should be about 4 loads, I think, maybe 4.5. So shouldn't take too long. Just got here to the plant to unload, pulled on the scale, and I'm exactly 80,000 pounds. Alright, about 45 minutes later, and we are unloaded. I'm gonna head back to the bin and grab another load. So, Dad's truck, actually, the starter is going out. So, when I got here, he had the hood open, he's working on it, and we thought we were gonna have to pull start it, but he just kept bumping the key, and he finally got it to start. So, he's just gonna leave it run all day, I guess, finish the day out, and we're gonna probably have to replace the starter. So, always something. It's really nice that we can haul these beans now and get them out of the way. Last year when we hauled them, it was, I think it was December, maybe it was early January, but it was so cold last year, we couldn't even get the trucks to run. We had to fight to get one running, and this one we couldn't get to run. So, it's nice to get them done while it's warm, and we won't have to worry about it the rest of the winter. Time for the sweep. I feel like we just put this thing in here. I better get in there and help. Alright, we got the last load out of the bin. Take it to town and move on to something else. time. All right, we're back here at the farm. We got all the beans hauled out. Dad's dumping the last load right now, so he should be back shortly. Grandpa was working some ground across the ditch right next to where we were working yesterday, and I thought we'd get away with not having to disc those stalks because the corn wasn't down as much there. But now looking at it, I think we're gonna have to disc those. So I'm gonna hop in the disc that real quick. I was wanting to switch the tractor over to the strip till bar and strip till another 20 acres, but I'm just gonna disc that first. Shouldn't take me too long. Well, I'm doing the walk of shame right now. Just ran the tractor out of fuel. It's my own fault. The gauge says 1/4 of a tank, and I know that gauge is wrong, but it just didn't click with my head today. Had a brain fart. So, walking to the house. Thankfully, I'm not too far away. I'll grab some fuel, put it back in there, and get it running. All right, kids, don't try this at home. And we're back in business. I didn't get it starting on camera because there was a little bit of frustration. May have been a few curse words, but anyways, it happened. We're just gonna pretend like it didn't happen. I wish I could say that was the first time that happened, but it's not. So, my fault completely. I'm an idiot. We'll move on now.
And that is going to help develop these colder surges of air coming in later this month.
Well, that's going to be it for this video. Don't have a whole lot left to do for the rest of the day, so I'm going to end it here. I think I got enough footage. First video with my new camera. Hope I like it. Hope all the audio sounds good. I'm used to filming with a GoPro with a shotgun mic, and I know I can trust that mic in the wind or in noisy environments. So I'm a little bit nervous. Hopefully this one turns out. I'm just using the camera mic with the wind muff. I've read that it works pretty well, so I guess we'll find out. That's all for this video. If you liked the video, hit the like button and subscribe button. Also, if you're interested in some merchandise, we have a link to our Etsy shop down in the description. We got some t-shirts up there, we got some long sleeve t-shirts, and we got some hats up there. So go check it out. Get your Christmas shopping done early. See you on the next one.